I know life can get overwhelming sometimes and all you want to do is stay in bed and scroll on your phone, and it makes it hard to just get on with your day, do your normal daily tasks that you usually do, get your shoes on and get moving and just be grateful and happy in life. This is something I've been feeling lately, so here's everything I'm doing to get out of my depressive slump. It's just been one of those weeks. Past couple weeks have been really difficult. I've not really been feeling 100% myself. I've talked a bit about this on my other social media, my TikTok and Instagram and things, but I've been feeling just not great. I feel like there's a mix of things. There's definitely winter depression in there. It's a really big one. I feel like this time of year in like June, July, I always get in a really big slump. I've just been dealing with some things lately, and I find that my mental health has just been not great. I've spoken a bit before about my anxiety, and I've not really been diagnosed with depression, but I do find that I have depressive episodes or depressive slumps, whatever you want to call it, here and there. My therapist would say I have situational depression, so I get very depressed when certain situations happen. And I definitely suffer with seasonal depression, which is what is going on right now. And when I'm in these feelings, I feel like it's really hard to just feel connected with myself and feel like I'm the best version of myself. It's hard for me to feel grateful for things, even though I know I have so much in my life to be grateful for. And it's so hard for me to stay positive, which I like to think I'm a really positive person, so when I'm just not, I just don't feel like myself at all. It's just gotten to the point where every single morning I'm waking up with anxiety. I've not really been taking care of myself. I've been consuming a lot more sugar and bad foods, which definitely contributes to how I'm feeling. And I've just lost motivation to do anything. All I want to do is lay in bed all day and just scroll through TikTok, which just helps no one. It's not a productive use of my time. Enough is enough. I am done feeling this way. I'm ready to just be connected with myself again and just live my life again. Yeah, I've just been wallowing in my feelings for a little bit. And I do think wallowing is quite important. I do feel like you need to let yourself feel the feels that you're feeling. I don't think it's healthy to just ignore anything or try and squash things down. I do think you need a couple of days or a week or so to just feel what you're feeling. It's definitely something that I've been letting myself do, and just trying not to pressure myself to feel better, because I find that when I do get into these depressive slumps, I just pressure myself to just be happy again. I'm like, no, don't be like this, feel happy, and it's like too much to go from like down here being depressed and then up here being happy. Like I just put so much pressure on myself to like get from here to here, and it's just not gonna work. It's just not the way that it goes. And so I feel like just one, not pressuring yourself to feel better, and two, just letting yourself feel. I know it's horrible to just sit there and feel depressed, but sometimes you just need to feel these things. A lot of the times when you are depressed, your body is just needing to rest. It needs you to just live a little bit slower, take things slow, and give yourself time to rest and heal from whatever it is that has gone on. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've just been trying to let myself rest and live slowly. Usually in winter it's really hard for me to wake up early, and usually when I wake up past 8 a.m. I will beat myself up and just be so mad at myself that I wasn't awake earlier, and then it would just be a horrible start to the day. But actually lately I've just been letting myself wake up later, start the day later, and still do my morning routine, because I would usually just like, you know, get out of bed at 8 or 9 a.m, really just be mad at myself that I've wasted most of the morning, and then just go straight into like brush my teeth, go straight into work. Whereas now I've been trying to let myself live a little bit slower, and actually if I do get up at 8 a.m, 9 a.m, it is what it is. I just get up and I take my morning a little bit slower, and I still do that morning routine. I still do all the rituals that make me feel good and set myself up to have a good day. Even though my morning has been a little bit delayed, I still do all those things, because in the end that's going to make me feel better and be more productive during the day. The next thing is something that is very hard to do when you're depressed, and that is getting up and going outside. I feel like when you are depressed, your mind is obviously not connected to the positive actions that you usually would do for your body, like maybe going out for a walk or exercising or whatever it is you might do to be active. Know that when you're depressed, it is the last thing you want to do. Getting outside, getting up out of bed is the last thing you want to do. I think as much as you should sometimes just let yourself lie in bed that little bit extra to give yourself that rest, I think other times it is good to just get up and essentially fake it till you make it. You just have to get up and do it. I know it's the last thing you want to do, but you will feel better. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've gone out and gone for a walk, taken my dog for a walk, and I've regretted it, or I've like had a horrible time. Like, it might be the hardest thing in the world to put on your shoes and actually get out the door, but once you are out there, I rarely ever actually feel like upset for doing so, or it never is like something that I ever regret doing. So I would usually take Miso out for a walk every day anyway, but it just seemed like a chore to me. I started to not enjoy it, and so now I've been taking along my journal with me. I've been putting on a new podcast, and just making it more kind of me time rather than making it about taking her for a walk. Even though we love her and I love taking her for walks, sometimes it needs to just be about me. Selfish as that sounds, you do need to focus on yourself in this time, because when you are depressed, you're just not connected with yourself. Spending time with yourself and listening to yourself and focusing on yourself will help you connect to yourself again. This is my view right now. Miso destroying the park. Miso! You're ruining the peaceful vibes, Miso. Oh my goodness, she is just chaotic energy. So yeah, do something different, maybe go on a different route. Maybe if you want to pick up a smoothie or a coffee or somewhere from a new coffee store, anything like that, try and do something new. I've been trying to take Miso and I on like different routes every single day. I'll walk a little bit slower, I'll let her just sniff around, and I'll maybe even sit down at a park bench and just let her do her thing whilst I journal or drink a juice or whatever it may be. Rather than just walking the same routes every day and just taking her outside just to walk, I've been making it more about, okay, I'm going outside, getting fresh air, I'm gonna go journal, I'm gonna go get a juice. I've been making it just more of an exciting thing, if that makes sense. That's actually something we're gonna go do right now. We're gonna go take Miso for a walk. I'm gonna go take you for a walk. Does that sound good to you? Let's go take Miso for a walk, and I'll continue to share with you throughout the day things that I've been trying to do to make myself feel better and get out of this depressive episode that I'm having. So I spoke a little bit earlier about taking yourself on a solo date. Spending time with yourself is so important to reconnecting with yourself and making yourself feel like the best version of yourself. So I'm gonna kind of combine that with my next tip, which, I don't know, it helps me, it might not help everyone, and you might not be in the situation to do this, but retail therapy can do a lot for you. And I don't recommend this all the time, obviously, but I do think once in a while, you know, treating yourself to something exciting can definitely help. Obviously, only spend within your means and don't go and treat yourself too much to the point where, you know, like, don't go out and just buy something really expensive and then you're just gonna stress out because you've spent all your money. And I'm gonna go shopping by myself as well, which is one of my favorite activities to do. I love wandering the shops by myself. It's one of my favorite solo dates to do. So there are a few things I need to pick up, and one thing in mind that I want to treat myself with. So yeah, let's go drop Miso back home and we're gonna go do some retail therapy, take myself on a solo date. It's gonna be great. we're back home now from doing a bit of shopping, and I want to show you everything I bought, but first I wanted to elaborate a little bit on why I think retail therapy helps. Not just because I'm a material girl, and as shallow as it sounds, buying stuff makes me happy, but I do think it is just like that instant gratification that you get from buying something, and like anything big, small, whatever it is, it does give you that instant gratification, which I know only lasts like a second, but sometimes that's all you need. You just need one little thing that's going to jumpstart you into feeling better. But for the most part, for me anyway, I find that it does kind of trigger me to start just feeling better again. I don't know what it is, but retail therapy really just does it for me. You could probably already tell my mood is already so lifted from going outside, going on a solo date, treating myself, just walking around the shops by myself, going into whatever shop I want to go into, trying on as many clothes as I want to try on. It's honestly so great going shopping by yourself. I'm going to show you what I bought. The first thing I bought is this scarf. Look how cute it is, and the color just makes me so happy. Like, how could you not look at this color and not be happy? The scarf was only $8 and it's super soft, so yeah, already really happy with this scarf. Went to Uniqlo and I got this adorable tote bag. This was on sale for $7. I found these amazing pants. They are so freaking comfortable, and they kind of just look really smart, but they're also like sweatpant vibes. I also saw these two sweatshirts. I had to get both of them. I could not decide. For the life of me, could not decide. But Uniqlo has a Disney collection out right now. Oh, you know, I am a sucker for Disney. I love all things Disney, and this is actually a really cute collection. Bambi, and I love Bambi, and it says Little Beginnings, and I just really like that. I've had a record player for a really long time, and I've just not really been using it up until recently. I have an idea to move my record player into my room, which I will talk about, but I needed to add one more record to my collection, just because I just needed this. Da, 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 da. I got the Harry's House vinyl. Oh, I'm so happy with this. That was everything I got in my little retail therapy trip. But now that actually makes me move on to the next thing that I want to do that will make me feel better, and this is something that always makes me feel better as well, is to clean my space. Oh my god, a lot of my stress comes from my surroundings and my environment, and usually when my apartment is messy or there's just something that I know that needs to be organized, it just pains me until I get it organized. It's like the clutter in my brain, and then as soon as I like reorganize or clean something, it's like the clutter just like leaves my brain. Like it's really weird that way. Refreshing and reorganizing my space just always makes me feel better. And recently, actually, one of the bigger things that I did to refresh my space was buy a new chest of drawers from IKEA. I set this up the other week, and I've been yet to like style the top of it and actually fill it with my clothes. That's what we're gonna do now. And we're also gonna be moving the record player in here, put some Harry on, and we'll just get to organizing my closet, filling up these drawers, and just organizing my space. So let's do this.
Hey, I think you're cute. Can I hit you up on Instagram? Cause you are the only thing I'm thinking of, and I can't stop it. I'm wishing you and I worked out clean. But even if we talked, I wouldn't know what I would say. My social awkwardness would just get in the way. And maybe I'm a little bit shy, but I'll try my best to compromise. Cause oh, I think I really like how you're always staring at your feet. Pictures only tell so much. So I'm thinking of a message to send you, but it's hard for me to tell if it's too long or not enough. We're talking.
It is a lot later now. My closet is organized and I just feel a lot better. It was so good just organizing, listening to Harry Styles, all of it. It was great. Now we're moving on to the next phase, or the next thing, the next step, I don't know what you call it. The next thing that is going to make me feel better, which is self-care. Now this can look different to many different people. Me, my favorite form of self-care is through skincare and through beauty. If you're an old viewer of mine, you might recognize where I am. I'm in my old bedroom. I'm at my parents' house right now, running a bath because I have not had a bath in so long. Baths are like my favorite thing ever. I don't have a bath in my apartment, so I am very lucky that I can come over to my parents' house and take a bath. So it's running right now. I'm gonna put on a face mask. Got my face mask on now. I'm gonna go check on the bath. But I urge you to do just something, a little form of self-care, something that's gonna make you feel good, whether that's putting on a face mask, running yourself a bath, doing your nails, anything like that. I guess the final point that I have to make in this video is if you're currently going through a depressive slump, if you're in a rut, if you're going through a depressive episode, just be patient. I know that is so hard to hear and it's really not helpful, but trust me, it's all you can do. You honestly just need to ride the wave, ride these feelings, accept that this is where you're at right now. Know that it's not forever. Know that this is just, it's literally a wave. You ride the wave and then it's over. And just remember that feelings are not constant. No feelings are constant. Happiness isn't constant. Sadness isn't constant. And as cheesy as it is, it's true. You have to have these low moments to appreciate the high moments. I think as well, just remembering, like, if you're watching this video, you probably have been through depressive slumps before. This probably is not your first time. Like, you've probably gone through depressive episodes before. You've probably had rough patches or been in a rut before. But just remember that you've gone over it every single time. I hope this video was at least a little bit helpful to you if you are going through a slump or anything like that. I hope you learned something, or at the very least, I hope you just know you are not alone. What you're feeling is absolutely normal and you absolutely will get through it. On that note, I am gonna go and enjoy my bath, enjoy my little self-care moment. I hope you guys are having a good little self-care moment too. Yes, thank you for being here. I'm gonna go enjoy my bath now. Bye!